Hello everyone, welcome back to Killer Film Reviews. Today, I'll be reviewing the film A Haunting in Venice. A film that I did not know at the time of watching was a part of a trilogy. But I still enjoyed it nonetheless. I think it's a decent film. It's one of those mystery films, so obviously I'm not going to be giving much away. We'll just pull off some of the cast. We have Kenneth Branagh, Kelly Riley, and Michelle Yeoh. And on a side note, Michael Gambon, the actor that played Harry Potter in, I believe, Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban and On, has passed away. So, I guess if some major Hollywood news thing hits for one of my favorite movies or whatever, favorite actors, I guess I'll insert it in here on occasion. But, A Haunting in Venice really just takes the cake for a movie that actually kept my attention. I definitely think that this film definitely is deserving of a 8 out of 10 for many good reasons. It's just the plot, the length, the consistency throughout the details. The reason why I really gave it an 8 out of 10 was because some of the jump scares I could actually predict when they were going to happen, because I've seen a lot of films like this before in the past, so I had a pretty good idea of, hey, this is probably going to happen here. Those that watch horror movies or scary movies know the obvious triggers for jump scares. Obviously, I'm not going to get into that here because that would obviously ruin the film. I want you to enjoy it. We find that Hercule Poirot is basically in his nice little retirement when he's called back to action by who the hell is it? Tina Fey, but Adrienne Oliver, a news writer. She's like a news reporter slash story writer. She basically investigates the strange and the paranormal, pretty much. Honestly, this movie, I think, was well done, well executed. It's one of those classic murder mystery kind of films, you know. Give too much away here. I think what I really enjoyed about this film was just the pacing was on point. The acting was well done by actors and actresses. A lot of things I didn't expect to happen happened. It's definitely like one of those films where it's like a one and done kind of a deal. I really think you're gonna come back and watch this one for a second, unless you really, really want to. After you've forgotten what happens, maybe. That's why it's more of like an 8 out of 10. I think I'm just gonna get more strict with my ratings from here on out with movies, because I think I've been too lenient in the past with my ratings. But we'll see how that turns out, honestly. I don't really find that this film was terrible by any means. It's just not like on the level of Endgame kind of a deal. It's kind of what I'm going to use as a skill. It's probably just Endgame. And how about other films? Like, there's like a certain film, like I just cannot forget it for the life of me, where the people end up eating plastic for some odd damn reason. I still think about that film sometimes just because it was so weird. Some films just stick in your mind just because they do some weird things with the art, with the backgrounds, with the devices around. Like, I'm thinking of a certain film, but I'm not going to name the title, but it had a weird kind of vibe to it. Like, I don't know what the hell is the best way to term it. It was like you took you took things and you made them alien in a way. It's somehow familiar. It was like they blended two different styles of things in order to make things the way they did. honestly, I can't really get much into the details of this film for obvious reasons, since I'm not looking to push into our territory, but it was a weird film, to say the least. But going back to Haunted in Venice, I like it because it's a plot that I can go by and understand pretty well. Didn't have anything wrong with any of the plot elements. Pacing was on point. The cast was excellent. And I really like the setting of Venice, so you can't blame me for not knowing about everything else, you know. It doesn't really spoil the plots of the previous films, in case you're wondering. So those are well contained. I don't know what happens in the previous films. I'm gonna go watch them, of course, now. I'll start with number 1, of course. Funny thing is, I did this with Hunger Games. When I first read Hunger Games, I read book 2 instead of book 1. Because you couldn't find book 1 or book 3 on the shelf at the time, which was ridiculous, so I just started with book 2. That was out of order, so I have a habit of doing this sometimes. But rest assured, I did watch Harry Potter in order when those came out. Michael Gambon will be missed. May he rest in peace. He was more of like on-the-point actor. He did a little bit of prep for the role, but he's mostly going off the script for his stuff. But hey, you gotta admit his performance was great in Order of the Phoenix. That's the one movie that sticks out to me in his performance. I think my favorite Harry Potter though was Prisoner of Azkaban, just because you actually get to have a little bit of fun and it's not so dark and moody like the other ones are. That's what stands out about it to me. Honestly, it's nice to have a happy Harry Potter film. I know it's not all happy, but it's more of the happier one. All of the other ones are dark and depressing, but Prisoner of Azkaban is more lighthearted. I'm feeling a sense of doom and gloom when you watch that one, at least. Not to mention, I do like time travel. Anyways, that is my short and quick review of A Haunted in Venice. Honestly, it's 8 out of 10. Pacing was great. Jump scares were too predictable. Anyways, take care, everyone. See you in the next Killer Film review. I know this one's brief, but kind of on lack of time at the moment. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.